Hi guys, my name is Trinity, and if you're here, you must be here to talk about books. And today I am going to be talking about my August TBR. I do have 2 books that I have already started in the last month. The first of them being the book I am reading for the Cosmere Conquest this month, and that is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book in the Stormlight Archive. Eesh, I am 200 pages into this and I haven't gotten anywhere yet. So there you can see. So very excited to finally be delving into the Stormlight Archive. This is my second go round with The Way of Kings. I DNF'd it at about 30% last time. It wasn't because I wasn't liking the book. I just was hitting a reading slump. Character-driven novel, very long character-driven novel, and I put it down and never picked it back up. So yeah, I've DNF'd this in the past, kind of unintentionally, but I'm reading it now and am enjoying it thus far. The other book that I have started is The Reluctant Queen by Sarah Beth Durst. Now, there's no bookmark in here because I'm listening to this on audio via Scribd, and I really love this world, guys. I think Sarah Beth Durst is a fantastic author. I think she's very underhyped. More people definitely need to be reading Sarah Beth Durst, and especially this series. I really loved The Bone Maker by her as well. And I don't want to talk too much about this one because it's the second book in a series, and Queen of Blood was fantastic. So currently reading The Way of Kings and this book. Okay, and for the Shelf Space Discord, The Dark That Dwells by Matt Digman and Ryan Roddy. This is the pick for this month. I was going to read it last month, and then last month slapped me in the face. So yeah, you guys have already seen me talk about this book a couple of times, but this is sci-fi. This is complex sci-fi. We have the interweaving of a few stories talking about space travel, the dark that dwells in the darkness of space, and yeah, likes to take over the minds of men. So very, very excited about this one. Okay, and if you guys don't know, I finally started Book of the Month, and I got The Lost Apothecary. Now, I did skip August's Book of the Month because I didn't see any books that were to my taste. However, I've seen a lot of people come across books that I really, really enjoy through Book of the Month, so I'm not too bummed about the first actual pick not being something that I enjoy. So I did get The Lost Apothecary. Super pumped for this. I will probably be reading this very soon, so be on the lookout for my weekly wrap-up. I'm going to try and use this as a let's break up The Way of Kings a little bit. So super pumped for this. And if you guys don't know what this book is about, my understanding of it is that this is about a woman who is going through a divorce, and it's bad. And there is this apothecary that used to exist. She stumbles across the vials that used to be in this apothecary, and the woman sold poisons to women who were in bad relationships to murder their husbands. So very interested to see how this plays out. Sounds like it's going to be up my alley. Next, we have the past 2 Owl Crate books because they got delayed, and so there are 2 of them that I currently have. The first is Sisters of the Snake This is kind of a twin swap story. One is royalty, one is a thief, and they trade places, and sounds like it could be really fun. But yeah, this is from Owlcrate, and I'm very pumped to read it. And the one that I just took out of the box is This Poison Heart by Kaylin Bayron. This is the author of Cinderella is Dead. Look at this cover. This cover is beautiful. So in my Owlcrate video, I totally forgot to talk about the differences in the covers because Owlcrate changes the covers. This one is very bright colored. The other one is more nature-y, colors you find in nature. But I really adore this cover. I think it's gorgeous, and I'm excited to read it. It says strange magic blooms behind a poison gate. And this is about a girl named Bree who can control plants, finds herself in control of sinister poisonous plants, and things go from there. So could be cool. Okay, and I ran my Twitter polls again for this month because I kind of like doing that. I like getting your guys' input on what I'm reading. So for the first poll that I posted, because I do 3 when I do them, I asked, should I read Foundry Side, Theft of Swords, or Red Sister? Y'all, this one was close. This one was really, really close. And I think one was edging out the other 2, like they kept trading places. So I didn't know who was gonna win this one through the whole of the poll. Like no one ever had a really solid lead. But you guys chose Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. I have this on audio and I'm very, very excited to read it. I've been wanting to get into Nona's story for a while. This is one of the series that I said that I was going to start in 2021. So yeah, super, super pumped for Assassin Nuns, and I'm very excited to be giving Mark Lawrence a second chance because we all know I hated Jorg, and whew, buddy. I actually unhauled that trilogy when I took my books back this last time because it had been sitting on my shelves, and I finally got rid of one series that I wasn't enjoying, and I was like, yeah, it's time to get rid of this one too. So okay, the second poll that I posted was, I wanted to read a horror novel this month. So I had my Twitter followers, you guys, choose between Kill Creek, Heart-Shaped Box, and My Best Friend's Exorcism. Now, when I posted this, I was about 95% sure My Best Friend's Exorcism would win. However, the Joe Hill fans came through, and so I will be reading Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill, or listening to it because this is also another audio that I own. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. I just wanted to add a horror novel to the list. One got added. Am I upset that it's Joe Hill? No. And the last poll that I posted on Twitter was SciFi. I posted 3 sci-fi novels and had you guys pick between them. The poll was To Be Taught If Fortunate, Hidden Figures, and The Lesson. And you guys chose Hidden Figures. I don't think I'm surprised. I did think Becky Chambers had a solid shot at winning this, but Hidden Figures won the day. I'm super pumped to read it because it falls into my PopSugar challenge for a book that falls on a BLM reading list. So I'm looking forward to it. And to be perfectly honest, I know what this book is about but I can't, I'm having trouble remembering exactly how to put it into words. There's a movie based on the book as well. But yeah, super, super pumped to be tackling the PopSugar books as well. I have some holds on Libby. I actually put some books on hold for Libby, and those I'm going to tell you about right now. Million Dollar Demon by Kim Harrison. This is the next book in the Hollows series with Rachel Morgan. If you guys don't know, this is my favorite urban fantasy series, and I'm just really eager to read the book, and I'm on a book buying ban, so I will probably purchase this when the ban lifts. However, I wanted to read it, so I put it on hold with Libby so that I could get to it sooner. Garth Nix's Left-Handed Booksellers of London. This is on my PopSugar challenge, and it is based on my dream job. So I had a hard time picking what my dream job would be because I want to be a literary agent. There aren't books about literary agents, so I went with the closest thing I could figure out, and that was bookseller. So this is it. Now, I have heard this book is quirky, and not in a good way. However, I do have a tendency to like quirky books. I say that they're kind of hit and miss for me. It depends on what the quirks are. That's probably the best way to put that. But like I said, it's another PopSugar book off of my list, so I'm excited for that. And another PopSugar book would be The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Pumped for this. I loved Circe so much. I'm a big fan of Greek mythology anyways. I just read 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. Thought it was great. Greek mythology just speaks to me on a whole nother level. Love Greek mythology. And The Song of Achilles just seems to be a staple of the genre for now. So Madeline Miller seems to be a staple of the genre. So definitely excited to get to this one. For my friend Brooke, she has started a Discord and she has started her own book club. We are Okie Buddies, and I will link the Discord in the description so you guys can check it out. She's a sweetheart, adore her. We are reading The Winds of Strife. And I have been very excited to get to this book, and it just released on audio. You guys know that I have a tendency to favor audio just because of my issues. So when it released in audio, I was like, yep, let's go get it. Okay, and for the last two books in this TBR, I am going to read The Alice Network by Kate Quinn. You guys know I have been putting this off and putting off The Rose Code because I haven't read this book yet, but I need some historical fiction to break up all of this fantasy that I'm going to be reading, especially since I'm tackling the hard fantasy, hard fantasy and hard sci-fi this month. So yes. And a book that I have been needing to read for a while. Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. I definitely need to continue on with this series before I forget what happened in Shadow and Bone. So, yeah. Oh, so let me also state that I have She Who Became the Sun. I don't know how to fit it into this month's TBR, but I'm very pumped for it, and I still need to get to the last watch. So those are two that are tentative for my August TBR, depending on if I can get through the rest of these. I definitely need to tackle those two because I have The Exiled Fleet as well from J.S. Dews. So, yeah. All right, that is it for my August TBR. Like, subscribe, do all the fun things, and I will see you guys in my next video.